And I think we are live. Let me just double check. We are on YouTube. Okay, yes, we are. What's up, Notjust developers? Welcome back to a new live stream. Today is a special day because now we are launching Notjust Hack, our online hackathon that is happening for the third time, and I'm super excited to have you all here joining us from all over the world. So what's gonna happen in today's live stream? Let's go ahead and see. I want to start with a very brief, too long didn't read chapter where I want to explain the most important information that you have to know about it so that you can always come back to this video and see that. Then I will go more in depth into everything you need to know about Notjust Hack. I'm gonna share some tips on how to participate, how to increase your chances, and everything that you need to know. Later on, I'm going to finish with my plan, and my personal plan is to actually build 4 applications in 4 weeks and share everything live here on YouTube with you guys so that you can follow my journey. Finally, we're gonna go into a Q&A session, and I'm gonna try to answer all the questions that you might have. So make sure to drop them in the chat. Hello everyone who is joining us live. Hope you are having a great day, guys. And without further ado, without a lot of yapping, let's go ahead and see what is the most important things that you need to know about Notjust Hack. I'm gonna try to be very brief and respectful of your time. So, Notjust Hack is an online hackathon for indie mobile developers. This is the 3rd edition, and this time we are organizing it for a whole month. So starting with December 1st all the way till December 31st, we're gonna do the hackathon, and you have a possibility to join it. At any point when you see this video, if you look at the calendar and it's still December 2024, that means that there is still time to sign up, to join, and to submit an entry so that you can win our awesome prizes. All you have to do is build an application, build a mobile application, and launch it to the market. That's everything that we enforce from our end. For everything else, you have full freedom to choose what you're gonna build, how you're gonna build it, when, and so on. All you have to do, build an application, launch it to the market, and submit your entry by December 31st, which is the deadline for the hackathon, if you want to compete for the prizes. This year, we have amazing prizes. We decided to give you a MacBook Pro M4 for the first place, for the best application out there. I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to build. For the second place, we have a Mac Mini M4, and for the next 5 projects from 3rd to 7th place, we want to give you a cash prize of 250 USD so that you can use it to continue working on a project, grow it, maybe run some advertisement on a project and continue growing. So these are the prizes for this year, and for more information about Hackathon, go ahead and join www.notjusthack.com. We have a brand new website, and there you are gonna find all the information, all the up-to-date information, what you have to do and when. While you're there, make sure to sign up in this form so that we can notify you, send you updates about the important deadlines and important information that you have to know for the Notjust Hack. This form is just for informational purpose only. To enter the project, to enter the hackathon, again, all you have to do, build an application, launch it to the market, and submit your entry by the end of the hackathon. So that was the most important information. I hope it gives you a clear understanding of what's happening here, and I hope you are as excited as I am to kick off Notjust Hack and to start thinking and to start tinkering and building mobile applications that we're gonna launch to the market. Before we go into more details about Notjust Hack and answering all your questions, guys, what I wanted to also mention is that this week we have launched React Native Mastery. Our React Native course that I've been working for the last year together with the whole Notjust development team, where I put all my experience, knowledge, and resources into crafting the best React Native and Expo course. The goal of the course is to help you master the tech stack behind the top applications out there on the store. And here I'm specifically talking about React Native, using Expo with Expo Router, TypeScript, Zustand for global state management, Tanstack Query for fetching data, Reanimated and Gesture Handler to build animations in your application. And these are just some of the things that you're gonna learn. We're gonna go more in depth by building 7 projects, 7 real-world projects where everyone was carefully designed to help you master one specific topic about mobile development with React Native and Expo. Already have more than 125 students enrolled, and in fact, we tested this course with 50 early access students. They had the time to go through the course, help me with feedback, and they really loved their experience there. Some of them already are building projects for their clients, are starting a startup, and are getting actually a job. So if you're interested, go ahead to join notjust.dev/React Native Mastery, and there is still a bit of time to get the 20% launch discount, which actually expires today at midnight. So if you're watching this live, there is a chance to go ahead and grab the discount and join the best React Native course out there. And with that being said, let me go ahead and take a breath. We are 6 minutes in. I wanted this intro to be super packed with information so that you have very clear introduction to Not Just Hack. And now I can interact more with a live chat. I can say hi to everyone who is joining us today. And then we can get into a little bit more details if there are still questions. Not Just Hack is only for indie developers. We also support teams. So if you want to build with a team, we also support that. So you can join it with a small team of up to 3 people. That's what we saw works best. But yeah, it's mostly targeted to the indie developers who want to build like applications on the side. So for more questions, I'm gonna come back. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. Let me know where are you joining us from to see the global side of Not Just Hack this year, because this year is quite huge. What is the hack part? Yes, let's go ahead and cover that. So back to the launch of Not Just Hack 2024. Now I'm gonna try to talk slower so that everyone understands, and make sure to leave the comments in the chat. I'm going to try to stop and answer them. So this is the 3rd edition of our hackathon, our online hackathon. We did it first time in 2022. And back then we had 750 people joined and a little over 10 or 15 applications submitted. In previous year, in 2023, we went bigger and we had, if I'm not mistaken, over 1.5K, so 1,500 people, and we had 80 applications submitted. So very huge jump from the previous year. Now we are doing it bigger and bolder, and this year we have already more than 2,000 people signed up, and I can't wait to see what you all guys are going to build. So we have more than 2,000 participants, and this year, another important part about how we are doing it differently is that this year you have 1 full month. If previously you had a couple of days, now you have 1 full month to build and to launch the application. It might sound a lot, but I encourage you to get started as soon as possible. And I also encourage you to focus on only the most important parts. That's the beauty of a hackathon, is that it's time-based. So it forces you to cut down on the crap and focus on what's the most important features. So don't try to implement features like forget password and so on. These are not the most important features. Think about what actually makes this application valuable and focus on that first. Start your submission process, because that's going to take a bit of time, and that's the best way how you can manage to do everything in 1 month. The hackathon is going to be online, so everyone is welcome from everywhere in the world. Doesn't matter where you're from, you are welcome to join Not Just Hack. The prizes, as I said before, we have a nice MacBook Pro M4 for the first place, Mac Mini M4 for the second place, and cash prizes for the next 5 projects. Just a note, the prizes are per project, so if you're working in a team, you're going to have to decide how you're going to split it. And also, if you live in a country where we do not have Amazon or stuff like that, and it's going to be hard for us to deliver the actual MacBook, we're going to send you the cash equivalent of that. But if you live in a country where we can ship it or we can buy it from Amazon, you're going to get it. So, how to participate? To participate, all you have to do is build a mobile application from scratch. I'm pretty sure you guys have ideas, you have a list of ideas in the back of your head or actually note it down somewhere. And you always wanted to say like, hey, I really want to build that idea. I really want to challenge myself to see like if I can do that. The reason can be different. It can be either as a challenge to see if you can actually do that, or you see a need for something, you see a problem out there and you say like, hey, I want to solve that. Maybe for other people or maybe for yourself, like in your day-to-day job or in your day-to-day life, I'm pretty sure you encountered issues and you said like, hey, I wanted to build something to fix this, to make my life easier. And if you have that problem, I'm pretty sure other people have the same problem. And it's just a matter of finding those people who are sharing the problem and could use your application as a solution. So the first step is go ahead, think about what you're gonna build and get going. Don't overthink it because the things will come up as you go, as you talk with customers, as you do some experiments. The next step is going to be to publish it on App Store and Play Market. Either on App Store or Play Market or both if you have the time. This is a tough one, I understand. Because maybe you don't have an account. I know that it takes time to submit it. And I want to emphasize it. Hey guys, it takes time to pass the Apple review, to pass the Google review. Make sure you allocate the necessary time for that. And why we decided to do the App Store and Play Market submission is because we really wanted to push you to do that step. Because in a lot of cases, people have like building applications on their side that never see the light. What we wanted is we wanted to focus on the few of you who actually want to go ahead, take it from an idea all the way to the market, get the first users, try to see the whole process. Why? Because the whole process is so much valuable for you as a developer that it's gonna be hard. But in the end, I'm pretty sure you're going to learn new things, you're going to experience new things, and you're going to get that experience that you need under the belt. So that next time when you have to do it, like it's not going to be something new for you. Throughout the process, we're going to give you some resources, how to help you prepare your application for submission. And yeah, this is the requirement. Next. Let me see if there are questions here. How do you publish? I never did that before. We have links, we have videos on our channel on how you can prepare, how you can build, and how you can submit the application to the store. They are free on our YouTube channel. Feel free to go ahead, search them, and you can do that. The building and publishing part is hard, but it's not the hardest part. But maybe the hardest part is to pass the App Store review, because App Store is very specific around what can go on the stores and what not. And this is an opportunity for you to find those rules out, because without actually doing it, you're not gonna learn about them. So take it as an opportunity. What technology can we use in this hackathon? I don't have any requirements for the technologies. Yes, this channel is a React Native channel, but go ahead and use the technologies that you know best. Maybe you want to build it natively, maybe for Android or natively for iOS in Kotlin or Swift UI. That's totally fine. Yeah, like basically anything. Like go ahead and actually build and launch an application. That's what I want to see you do. So let's go back. The next step after you have published the application on the App Store, you're gonna have to submit your entry internally for the hackathon so that we know that, hey, this is my application, this is my entry, that's what it does and so on, so that you can compete for prizes. More about this we're gonna submit later. We're gonna send you more information about how you can submit a bit later. So now just get started, and as you go through the application, if you signed up, you're gonna receive on your email more information how you can submit your entry for the hackathon competition. Next, very important, some of the rules. All work must be done during December. This is important in order to have a fair competition. And the way we're gonna try to track this is through Git. So what you have to do is you have to track your progress using Git, and I encourage you to commit often, because even though you're not gonna have to publish your source code for everyone, if you're going to be one of the winners, we're going to request access to the source code so that we can look at the Git history. What we want to see there is a logical way of how the project progressed from zero till the market, how you've been adding features throughout this process, and we wanted to see that the war has been started on the 1st December, and it was during this hackathon phase. That's very important, because what we don't want to see is, I don't want to see you buy a template from the internet and try to publish it and submit it for a competition. That's not what we're doing here. I really want a great community of builders. So help me out there, build this community, and have and ask for you. Like, don't try to game this. Like, yes, we know there are prizes here, valuable prizes, but at the end of the day, what I want to do here with Not Just Hack is to challenge you to go out of your comfort zone and to build something. That's going to be a great learning opportunity for you and a way to discover this indie development, this ability to build projects by yourself. So don't think about the prizes as the end goal. What I want you to think about is what you're going to have to gain for this. So for that, be respectful of other people's time that invested time in this hackathon and are competing. Everyone should have the same chances, and be mindful of that, be respectful. So next, about teams. You can work alone, or you can work in a small team of up to 3 people. But make sure, just a note, prizes are per project. So if you win, you're gonna have to decide between each other how you're gonna split the prize. Yeah, like small teams are the best. Like maybe if you have experience, working alone is actually the best for you. If you have a coworker, if you have a friend that you can combine your skills together, maybe someone is a designer, someone is a developer, or a developer and someone working on the marketing side, that's also one of the best ways to collaborate and do something together. So yeah, now is the time. Like if you have a friend, a designer friend, a marketing friend, a business friend, or another developer, go ahead, call them or send them an email and say like, hey, let's do this together. Let's try to challenge ourselves, because that's actually what happened at our previous hackathons. I met 2 guys at a conference, and they said that we saw the hackathon. He called another person, a coworker, and he said like, hey, we're kind of bored of doing like all of this bug fixing at work. Let's try to build something meaningful. So we joined forces, we built something, and later, like 1 year later, we were still working on the project, which is one of the best things that could happen after a hackathon. So hopefully, if there will be questions, I'm gonna get back here. Let's see what else I have prepared. Evaluations. So the projects will be evaluated and ranked during January 1st to January 19th. So there is going to be a period of around 2 weeks when we're gonna evaluate, vote, and rank the projects. The voting is going to be mixed, or at least that's what we try to do. We want to involve peer voting as well. This is still work in progress. So by the end, we're gonna figure out a better way of doing this voting. Maybe this is actually what we're gonna end up doing. But we want experts to judge the projects, to give their expertise or to give their insights and to vote with their experience. And I also want to involve you guys, the ones who are participating. So that would be the peer voting. So if you will build a project, you're going to be able to vote for and evaluate our projects. That's going to allow you to see what others are building, to see, to exchange experience, to have an understanding of how everyone else is doing this. And I think this is going to be better for the community and for yourself as well. Still figuring out how technically this process is going to happen. That's why I'm saying like the voting, this is still work in progress. And by the end of the hackathon, we're going to find a way to make sure that the voting is correct for everyone. What will not change are the judging criteria. And this is important because now that you start thinking about ideas, now that you start building, these are going to be important for you to make decisions. So what are we going to judge on? The first non-negotiable criteria is going to be, is the application published on the App Store or Play Market? And secondly, is the first version published during the main hackathon phase, which is December 2024. These are going to be important for us to vote and judge the project. The first voting criteria is going to be innovation. Innovation means how unique or creative is the idea, or does the application address a real problem? So yeah, we're going to look at the ideas of how unique it's going to be. Like if it's a simple clicker that has a button and press, and that's it. That's not a very complicated or unique or creative idea. And at the same time, it doesn't solve a real problem. If on the other hand, like your idea targets a very specific problem or takes a unique perspective on an existing problem, that's a good point, and you're going to score a lot here in the innovation. Business viability, the second criteria is business viability. And here we're going to look at two things. Does the application have a clear target audience? Does it try to target a specific group of people who have a problem? Because it's not just for voting, it's actually better for you to target a specific target audience because it's going to be easier for you to market and to find the users for your applications. So again, our goal is to help you get started, and that's what we are evaluating this as well. And does the application business viability? And the second is their potential for monetization or adoption. Here we're going to look at subjectively to see like if there is potential for monetization. We're going to ask you how you plan to do that. If you're going to manage to actually monetize and get some revenue from your application, that is going to be like mind-blowing, and in just 1 month, that's going to probably score you the most here. But if not, we're going to look at the potential, like if you thought it out, how you plan to do that, and so on. Third is going to be about functionality. Does the application work as intended, and are the core features implemented and usable? Here, as you can see, we're going to focus on the core features. If forget password flow, or if some onboarding screens are not working, it's not the end of the world. Focus on the main functionality. Because if you say that you're building an application to connect doctors with patients, and you have an amazing authentication system, you have forget password and change password and log in and sign in with Google and so on. You have authorization rules, you have onboarding, you have settings, dark and light mode, but you do not have an actual interaction between a doctor and a patient, then you're not going to score a lot in the functionality, because think about like what would make this application functional and usable by the end user so that it solves a real problem. That's what we're gonna try to look here. Next, we have user experience, and this is the last one. And here we're gonna look at how intuitive and user-friendly is the application, and more importantly, like how the design is at least visually appealing and cohesive, which means that it's consistent across the application. Yeah. Let me know if there are any questions regarding the judging criteria so that I can cover them right now. Will you be sharing this PDF? Let me add a note, and I'm going to share this PDF somewhere on the website, Not Just Hack website. Share PDF. Okay. How to find a teammate, if anyone knows. To find a teammate, I'm gonna go to the next slides. And before I go to the next slide, I want just to say that on 24th of January, we're gonna host the demo day, and we're gonna have opportunity to see the best projects out there. And you, the participant, the one who is going to build, you had the opportunity to be featured on our channel and to showcase what you have been building during December. Hey, Frank, thank you very much. Thank you for the donation. Frank is saying this hackathon is awesome. Thank you, I appreciate it. Horace is saying, is there any theme for the application, or is it open-ended? It's open-ended. Go ahead, build any kind of application, but try to solve a problem, try to figure out how you're gonna monetize it, try to have some success. Users, monetization, something. Okay, so what I wanted to say is, someone was asking how to get a teammate. I think one way to get a teammate is through our community, because a big part of a hackathon is actually the community and the people that you meet, the people that you work together, and the way we're gonna try to encourage this community building experience is through Discord. So go ahead and join us on Discord. You have a URL here. I'm gonna actually put it in the chat as well. And there we're gonna have separate channel for the hackathon where you can look for a team or share ideas, share insight, ask questions, and so on. Yep, that's this one. And besides our community, besides our Discord community, I also want to invite you to build in public. Building in public is the movement of sharing openly what you are doing, sharing it online. Wherever you are active, being it on Twitter, on X, on Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and so on. Go ahead and share your experience publicly. Don't protect your idea, because ideas are not super valuable. What's valuable is the implementation, the learnings that you're gonna get. So go ahead, share your ideas. Whenever you have some progress, share that publicly, and make sure to tag us at Not Just Hack, and we're gonna try to reshare this to help you reach more people. Building in public is great, not only for building your community, but it's also great for finding your target audience, finding those people that are encountering this problem. Because if you're gonna start fixing a problem, you're gonna learn something, you're gonna do some research, and you're gonna have some insights. Go ahead, share those there. Maybe you're gonna fail. That's also a very good thing to share. Something that didn't work out the way you expected, that's a learning. And by doing that, by showing your vulnerabilities, you're gonna create an audience around you, around your project, and having it like it's going to help you in so many ways, being it through the project that you're doing, or maybe next time when you're gonna try to look for a job and you're going to post something, people will remember that, hey, this is the guy who built that interesting application in just 1 month. So yeah, make sure to highly encouraged to share this in public with the hashtag notjusthack. I'm going to reshare this and really curious to see what you guys are building. This is a way for me to also see like what's happening behind the scenes, because for 1 month during the hackathon, it's going to be like a black box. I'm not going to be sure like what are you guys building there, and it's a bit stressful for me as well, because I'm rooting for you and I want as many projects, as many awesome projects at the end. And by doing this, sharing in public, I'm gonna be able to, after my streams, to go ahead and see what you guys doing, maybe share some feedback, advice, and so on. Also, if you are up for it, why not be inviting your friends for at a coffee shop or at a library once a week and go ahead, code something together, build something in a physical life, because I think for a hackathon, being physically in the same room is actually some of the best things for the hackathon, which we cannot have here online, but you guys from the community can do that locally with your friends, with a coworker, with a teammate, with someone, a colleague from university, with someone. Just go ahead, go to a coffee shop, start hacking something. Send us a screenshot, send us a selfie with Not Just Hack, and I'm going to be happy to see what your guys up to. All right. Can beginners in mobile app development participate? Yes, anyone can participate. We don't put a lot of rules. There are only a simple rule. Build an application from scratch in December, publish it on market, and submit your application. That's it. How many applications we need to develop? Just one application. I'm crazy and I have my personal challenge, which I'm going to talk in a second. But for you, you just need one application. And it's already like hard to build an application, and I'm going to be super excited to see you build an application, guys. If working in a team, should we both register or just one member register? I encourage you to both register because signing up ensures that we are going to be able to deliver the most important information to you. So that means when to submit, the link to the submission, when to join the demo day, what are the important events, and so on. These are going to be sent to you on email, so make sure to sign up, both of you, not to miss it, because maybe you're not going to check the email, but your teammate might. So it's just pure for communication reasons. Make sure to sign up at notjusthack.com. How much it costs to deploy on Play Store? If I'm not mistaken, on Play Store, the account costs 25 USD, and it's one-time payment. On App Store, the developer account costs 100 USD, and it's per year. So yeah, there are costs to deploy and to share on Play Store. But if you're serious about building mobile applications, at one point you're gonna have to do that to get the account, and this is a great reason to do it. How to publish it, because I'm new to publishing. We're gonna leave some links to resources throughout the hackathon. Maybe in the middle I'm gonna send an email with some links on how to publish. So just start building and we're gonna figure out how to help you publish it. Can beginners, those who are new to mobile development? Yeah, I answered that question, and yes, beginners can participate in the hackathon. And another thing that I want to talk about, stopping at this question, can beginners participate in the hackathon? Yes, they can. The short answer. The long answer is I actually encourage beginners to participate. And I encourage you to participate. Maybe not for the reasons to win the hackathon, maybe not for the reasons to like monitor and so on, but for the reason to learn and join a community where other people are building and are shipping applications. That's going to be so crucial for your experience. And my advice from participating in a lot of competitions, in a lot of hackathons is don't try to necessarily compete with other people in the hackathon, because yes, it's a competition, yeah, there are prizes, but the most important things that you can get out of a hackathon is the experience and the learnings that you're going to get there. And if it's a first hackathon for you, maybe it's going to be that moment when you start loving building applications on your own, start seeing that, hey, there might be something here. I might build a startup and become an independent developer and not need to get a job. And maybe I'm going to build a mobile applications empire in 10 years and build applications. Who knows? There are so many opportunities out there, and a hackathon is the gateway, the entry point to see if this is for you, to challenge yourself and to see what you can actually do in a very short amount of time. Now it's 1 month. It's quite a lot of time for a hackathon, but it's still a very limited amount of time, and you have to get into this building mode to try to challenge yourself to find those hours in the day where you can build it. Because I understand you might have a work, you might have studies, and it doesn't mean that you have to allocate 24 hours a day, maybe 18 hours a day to the hackathon. No, that's not possible. That's why we did it for 1 month long, because everyone is busy, and having a couple of hours in the evening, maybe a little bit more during a weekend, can be enough for you to build a proof of concept that is usable, that is solving a problem, and that can be delivered to as the version 1 to the users. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be shipped. It has to solve that problem that you're promising users to solve, and you can already get users there and start getting feedback. That's how a startup would work. You wouldn't plan for 5 years or plan for 1 year, build for 3 years, and then launch it to crickets. Instead, you're going to build an MVP, a minimum viable product that you can launch in a month and start getting feedback from real users. That's what I'm going to do during this hackathon. I'm actually going to try to build real products, and I'm going to try to monetize them. But more about that a bit later. Now that I started talking about this, the hackathon and why you should join, don't try to compete with everyone else. Try to challenge yourself. A hackathon is not a competition, it's a challenge to see what you can do. And wherever you are in your career, in your experience, try to push that bar a little bit further. If you have never built an application, try to initialize an application and render a text. That's going to be a win for you. If you've built some applications, even know a little bit of React Native or other technology, try to build an application end-to-end to solve an actual problem. If you've built application in the past but never submitted one to the store, which I think a lot of participants are in this position, this is the moment to challenge yourself. Hey, can I, I've built dozens of applications in the past, maybe pet projects, maybe learning through a course, maybe following one of our live streams, but I've never actually published it to the store. Go ahead, challenge yourself, and try to submit it to the store. Pass the review. Maybe first submit it to test flight and test it with some users. The next step, if you've done that, try to pass the Apple review. And so on, you will end up having an application launched to the market with potentially already users using it, and maybe even some of them would be willing to pay for a solution that you provided. So this is a whole journey. It's a long journey that involves so much more than just development. That's where notjust.dev is coming from, because it's not just about development. I actually believe developing is the easier part. It's a journey of how to find ideas, how to find profitable niches or keywords, how to build a proof of concept, how to submit it to the market, how to do that, how to improve app store optimization. There is a lot of things that you can learn and you can challenge yourself to grow during this hackathon. And if you achieve at least 10% of what you set, what your initial goal was, that's already a win for you, because you've got more experience, more knowledge after the hackathon compared to what you had like before joining it. And everything else, like the placement and so on, like don't think about that at the moment. Try to challenge yourself. That's the best way it can happen to someone participating in a hackathon. And share that excitement with everyone else. Try to learn from someone else and don't try to keep your ideas close together. Didn't see that working either. And now leading to the next question, why are we doing it? Why are we doing the hackathon for the third year? This is here. Why are we doing it? So I'm gonna be transparent with you. This is a money sink. Like we are investing so much money into running the hackathons, into organizing, into advertising it, into these nice prizes here. A lot of effort and time from our team that could have been used somewhere else. And what we get from it, it's nothing much. Like it's not like a product here. We're not making money out of it. For this hackathon, we didn't have even a sponsor. Like everything is out of our pocket for Not Just community. But I'm doing this mostly for the guys like myself 10 years ago. That dude, that a little bit fat dude, who joined a hackathon for the first time, not knowing anything about web development, and in 48 hours, messing around, learning, like actually Googling how do you hash a password, or what hashing a password even means. That were my Google searches back then. To hacking it in 48 hours, not sleeping much, but in the end, having a product, having a social media application, and actually winning, being one of the winners for that hackathon. And I'm talking this story quite often, but this is actually a very important moment in my career as a developer. It was the moment when I realized that, hey, the skill of coding is not just to go ahead and sell it to other companies, not just to get a job and write code for the rest of your life. You can actually use this skill to build something impactful, to change lives, to build a community, to build applications, to solve problems, to have an impact in this world. And for me, that experience led to a lot of personal success. We went to an accelerator. We've been featured to our local news. And the highest of it was featuring our application at TechCrunch. If you are into startups, you probably know that TechCrunch is one of the biggest startup events in the world, and we were one of the applications with a booth there. So that's the reason. That's why we are organizing a hackathon for people like myself 10 years ago that had a little bit of interest in coding, but needed a challenge, needed that push to finally go ahead and build something meaningful. Because up until that moment, I was just messing around with coding, with C++, with algorithm and data structures, and I couldn't see like the link between between sorting a list in C++ with binary search compared to the link between these and value or impact in the world. I couldn't see the link. And for startups, I said like, oh, okay, here it is. Here how you can use this skill to implement something, to have an impact in the world and to build something meaningful. And after that, a lot of other startups starting from there, and it was something that marked myself. So I want to try to give you the same opportunities as someone gave me when we organized the hackathon, and that's why we're organizing Not Just Hack. That's the only reason, and I hope we're gonna gather a nice community around Not Just Hack. I hope to see amazing applications started here, and maybe not all the applications will have success. In fact, from 2,000 people that signed up, most probably 100 applications will be built. I'm just guessing here, because most of the people, they sign up and they never take action. we say like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then like, oh, I actually have to do it. Maybe tomorrow. So we're gonna continue procrastinating. But the 5% or the actual 1% of you who are going to dedicate to this period, and you're gonna challenge yourself to see what you can do. Maybe 100 applications will be built and launched to the App Store. From those applications, I think 9 out of 10 will not be a success, like a financial success, and maybe will die like in a couple of months. But what's most importantly is that for those, this might be the same experience as I had, and that's where your story might start. You're gonna remember like, hey, that's where I started my first startup, my first project, my first mobile application. That's when it happened. And now look where I am. Like, that's gonna be your story. So go ahead and build your story with Notjust Hack, and I'm really, really excited for what you guys are going to build. Anyway, so before I move to my plan, what I'm going to do here, let me double check if questions. So I see a lot of questions. Does it need a backend as well? Guys, again, I don't put a lot of rules here. The only rule is build an application, publish it to the market. That's already enough rules from our end to make you do something. With a backend or with not, like, try to solve a problem, try to have a functional application. Because if an application doesn't have to have a backend, if you're building, like, let's say an educational application to learn, I don't know, about history, and you say like, hey, I know that backend would be nice, but the easier way to launch this application is just to put all the content in JSON files inside the application. That's totally fine, and I encourage you to take this shortcuts sometimes that are going to help you accelerate, move faster. Because at the end, it's not going to be the best coder, the best developer who is going to win. It's going to be the best Notjust developer. Like, I don't even know how to explain. Like, the best indie hacker. And in most of the cases, the indie hackers, the ones that are successful, that are making money out of this, might not be the best developers out there. They have a little bit of everything, a little bit of development, a little bit of marketing, a little bit of business insights and ideas and knowledge on how to take something from an idea to shipment. And sometimes you have to be scrappy. Like, go ahead, use a JSON file instead of database. Like, that's what it takes to build something, to start something, not to build. Guys, actually, what I'm doing is I'm actually streaming now on Twitch as well. Is it actually visible? I don't know. And on Twitter. I just pressed let I'm live. I see that on Twitter I am live. That's nice. But on Twitch, are we streaming? Will building public bring additional points? We haven't thought about that yet. Probably no, but it's going to be your karma points. So yeah, go ahead, build in public. In fact, like, if you think about it, like, building in public, sharing your progress, sharing your experience, challenges, and so on, sharing it on Twitter and then resharing it maybe on Discord, is going to help you familiarize your project, your applications with people that are going to judge it. Maybe it's going to be our participants who are judging, or someone from our team, or the experts that we're going to invite. And when someone will see something that they saw how it was built, like first day it was just a sketch, then it was next, then it was something else, a feature by feature adding or problem by problem solving, then you're going to have like that personal connection, and it's going to be easier for you to sell the idea and to, in this case, like in the competition, to win the competition. So it might, like, objectively not bring you points, but subjectively most probably yes. Let's see. I wanted to see what. Oh yeah, On Twitch, we're also live. Nice. Guys, how do you like my new office? If nobody mentioned about the new setup, I'm going to be super disappointed. Come on, go ahead and mention like how beautiful is this office. We finally have a sign. Where is it? There, the Not Just Development sign, which is out of focus. But if I'm going to do that, no, doesn't want. Anyway. So what's up with Twitter? Are we live on Twitter? Would really love to also see the comments from everywhere. But I'm figuring this out because I'm going to daily stream during December. Oh, actually, we're live on Twitter. Hello, everyone from Twitter. Hello, 80 people watching. That's so nice. Okie dokie. Let me check here as well. Perfect. Quick question. We can start coding today. Yes, go ahead, start coding. If you already had that idea, it's time to go ahead. If you look at the calendar, it's December 1st, which means that you can already start initializing your Git repository, start coding, start doing your first commits. Make sure to commit often and go ahead, do it. I'm all for it. Before we finish and before I'm going to be able to answer a bit more questions, here is my plan, what I plan to do personally during December, because the hackathon is our community event, and what I'm going to do, in a way, I'm going to also participate in the hackathon. I'm not going to compete with you because I'm not going to win anything, but I'm going to compete as well. And my crazy personal plan, which you don't have to follow, is to build 4 applications in 4 weeks. Actually build and launch them. It sounds crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. You should follow my journey because I'm going to stream this daily on YouTube. I'm going to stream mainly on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe to the channel not to miss these future streams. I'm gonna share all my learnings, all my challenges. It's going to be like a very raw, unprepared streams where I just go ahead and try to build things, try to find ideas, try to change things, maybe invite people who could help me with things. Because, yeah, 1 second. I will also stream on Twitch and X, so you can follow me at Vadim notjust.dev, and on Twitch it's the same. So go ahead, follow me there, and yeah, I'll share my whole journey here. And this is, if you remember, this is the Devember series that was so successful previous year, where I did daily streams during December. Back then it was more like small features, more educational projects. Now it's the indie hacking journey, my challenge of building 4 applications in 4 weeks. How do I plan to do that? Well, that's a good question because neither do I know about it. I want this to be a very raw experience. I want to go live and find this out together with you. So if you are up for this challenge, if you want to help me as well, navigate this route, feel free to join our streams. We're going to do that Monday to Friday at our usual time, 3 p.m. 2 p.m. UTC. And in those live streams, I'm going to figure things out. Very raw, very... you're gonna see what it takes behind the scenes. Someone was asking, do I know like what are the 4 applications that I'm gonna build? The answer is I don't even know what my first application is going to be, but we are starting tomorrow. So it's either by tomorrow I'm going to decide on something, or tomorrow together with you during the live streams we're gonna decide together. You're gonna help me decide what I'm going to build. What I know for sure is I have some ideas and directions what I want to focus on and what I don't want to focus on. For example, I don't want to revolutionize anything. I don't want to challenge the status quo. I don't want to build the next Facebook or the next Instagram and so on. That's if I think that's possible in 1 week, I would be super delusional and you shouldn't watch me. I've been doing these live streams where I say like I'm building Instagram in 1 week, but those are educational tutorials. They are focusing on a couple of features and show you how you can get started. To build an actual Instagram in 1 week, I would say like it's not possible. At the same time, I want to focus on small applications. I want to find a problem that is super easily described or searched for, and I want to solve that problem with a simple application. It's going to be like one feature applications, but they will solve a real problem for a real target audience. How I'm going to do that? I'm going to try to use some tools to research like what's popular out there, what people are searching for as well, because I'm going to focus on organic growth, where I would build an application, I would publish it, I will optimize the App Store page with the right keywords, and I want to forget about that application. I don't want to go back to support or add new things and so on. I want to build, launch, and let App Store show the application when users are searching to solve a problem. So that's what is my plan. I will personally, to manage everything in time, I'm going to try to use tools that would speed up my development. I would try to use as much as possible the AI tools of nowadays. AI is at a huge moment right now, and it can help power us through. And what I know so far is just the surface of the iceberg when it comes to the AI tools. What I want to do is I actually want to try new tools during this process, see what's working, see what's actually speeding up the development, because I believe that nowadays like development is going to be accelerated by AI. So you have to know a lot of stuff, but using the AI you can speed up and do something that it took you like 6 months, do it in a week. And I'm gonna try to do that. That's my crazy challenge that I set for myself, and at least maybe not for, we'll see. That's going to be the journey and the live streams all about. If you are excited, join me, subscribe to the channel, and from tomorrow we are starting. Because truthfully, this is like one of my another goal is not just to build and launch applications, because I could launch some dummy applications that nobody would download. I'd actually try to build monetizable applications that I can monetize later, or maybe even during the hackathon. Because in the past, I've been making money from my application, like my first online money, where from a game that I've built, 7 years ago, and published it to Amazon store for some reason. And I was making like $100 every 2 or 3 months. And for me, that was crazy. Like I was receiving checks from USA. Like if you live in USA, that's normal for you. If you live in Eastern Europe, like myself in Moldova, having a check that says like $100, like it was insane for me. I was looking like, how can I get the money from this check? But that's how I started. Then I was building application for my clients, making money like this as well, working in corporations like Amazon, making money like this. But I have not made money using in-app subscriptions. And in-app subscriptions is such an important business model for mobile applications that I have this gap inside me that I'm not going to settle down until I make some significant money from in-app subscriptions. I want to build an application, monetize it, and make some income from applications by building and launching an actual product. So that's what's going to drive me. I put it out there to see like my motivations, what I'm trying to achieve here personally during these daily live streams. And yeah, we're starting tomorrow. Very excited, and I hope you're gonna join me on this journey. I hope you're gonna build applications as well and submit them for Not Just Hack, and we can all grow together with our own personal challenges. And I'm gonna stop yapping because I've been yapping for how much? 48 minutes. That's way more than I expected, but this is what fires me up. This is, yeah, I could talk about this like days and nights. Do you have experience in building mobile applications? I have experience. I have a lot of experience building mobile applications. I don't have a lot of applications building a mobile app business, making money from mobile applications. So that's what's going to be my personal challenge. And yeah, I have experience building mobile applications. Like, as I said, I've built 2 startups. I worked at corporations like Amazon, and in a lot of these cases, I was using React or React Native to build applications. Also, from my YouTube journey, I built over 50 projects here live with you on YouTube. I prepare them, like use the latest technologies, and build more than 50 projects with React Native and Expo. And actually, yeah, I've become quite good at that. And what I did is I took all this experience and I put it in the React Native Mastery course, which, by the way, is open for enrollment. And today is the last day for our launch discount, which you're gonna get 20% off. So if you are at the point where you need a little bit of help building applications, this course is for you. This is where you could get started. And actually, you could start the course and meanwhile build an application based on some of the projects that we have there. Because in the course, we have 7 different projects. And Liz, one of our students, she took the second project, the quiz application. And what she did is she continued working on the project, and she continued working on it, adding extra features, adding AI power to it to generate the questions for the quiz. And in the end, she has published a new application. Let me go ahead and show you that, because previous time, you can check the application that Liz has done at quiz-genie.ai, and you can see what Liz has been able to do following React Native Mastery course. So you can see some of the UI, but you can go ahead and download it from App Store and Google Play. And you can do the same. You can take some of the projects that we have in React Native Mastery, continue working on it, adding extra features, modifying stuff, and building a project like that. Now for the Q&A, is it a free course? No, the course is not free. We have a lot of free content on YouTube, by the way. You're also welcome to learn that way as well. Can you please share the course link? Yes, sure. Here it is. React Native Mastery. Let me do it here. And I'm gonna pin the message. Okay. So Q&A. Let me try to see some of the questions. Maybe if my team found some questions that I must answer. Let me double check. Speaking about Hackathon, if you signed up by mistake or not an indie developer. What's the question? Vladimir is asking. Let me try. Could I possibly bring questions in front? Let me figure things out. I don't see comments here, or maybe I see. Okay, so the question. Let me maybe put it here so that everyone knows what I'm answering. Will you check? Come on. I wanted something easy, but it's not super easy. Will you check repositories to prevent submits of inputs that... Stay with me, guys. That are developing longer than the hackathon. Yes, that's why we are asking you to use Git to track your progress. And even though we're not going to require you to publicly submit your Git URL, we are going to require to add us or to give us a URL to your repository so that we could check and make sure that the project has been started during the hackathon phase. We're going to look at the Git history and see how everything progressed. Make sure that you've been working mainly during the hackathon. So yeah, we're going to do that. How to check if we joined the hackathon to be sure that we participate. So if you signed up at notjust.dev, you go here, sign up, and then you'll receive an email to confirm that it's actually you. If you press that button, you are in. Also, we're gonna send you emails. So if you received emails about Not Just Hack from us, that means that you are signed up. And signing up is mostly for communication reasons, guys. Because that's how we're gonna keep you informed. That's where maybe we're gonna send you the link where to submit the project. But yeah, whether you're subscribed or not, like, it's up to you. DevCode, thank you very much. Can you make a dedicated video on Expo, sharing application with a team, build product production, internal testing? Yeah, that's a huge one, which I've meant to be doing for a very long time, but it's not yet ready. Let's see, what else? Can you unregister? Yeah, you can unregister by simply unsubscribing from our emails and you're gonna be unregistered. Why do you want to unregister? What about a simple code base solving a good real world problem? Will it win or not? It's good. Simple code base. I'm not gonna look at complex code base. We're gonna try to look at projects that solve problems. And if it's gonna win or not, like, I cannot say that, but that's a very good approach. Like, not like how complex is the code base, because you can build a complex code base that does nothing, or you can build a simple code base that solves cancer. Which one you would think is a better project? I think the answer is obvious. The app we publish should be free to download. Yes, it should be free to download to allow other participants to test it out. And if you have like a hard paywall, like you download the application to use it, you definitely need to pay. Make sure to add. We're gonna ask for some credentials for a pro user so that we could test it, we could see without having to pay. What would you suggest, React Native CLI or Expo CLI? Hoping publishing won't be an issue if built with Expo. Yes, I recommend Expo all day, all night. If you manage to get real sales, you're the GOAT. Yes, go ahead. What metrics will the application be based on by the judges? For that, go ahead and look. I already said that, but on notjusthack.com, there is here judging criteria. So have a look at what we're going to rank based on. Are we only supposed to use React Native or other mobile frameworks are allowed? You are allowed to use any framework. It just have to be a mobile application published on App Store or Play Store. If the code is noobish and not industry level, will it be disqualified? No, absolutely no. Go ahead. Do that. Like, that's how you learn. Don't be afraid of these walls of my code needs to be, as you said, industry level. Like, what's the industry level? We're not trying here to build the code for Mars rover. We're trying here to learn and to build an application. We're not going to disqualify for that, especially if you are a beginner. We're going to encourage you. So go ahead, write that noobish code. Make it work first, then make it better. Like, don't try to have this mark, like it needs to be perfect before I submit. I want to see like scrap applications, but applications that have been built during the hackathon. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see you download some applications from the internet and submit it as your own. I'm gonna hate this. And if we see a lot of these people trying to game the system, like, I'm not sure we're gonna continue doing the hackathon, because I really want this like a community of builders, and you're gonna make it easier for us to organize it in future if you follow this and if you build applications yourself. That's all I have to say. It's already December 1st in India. Yes, that means that you already can go ahead, initialize the project if you have an idea, or start brainstorming what you're gonna build. Go ahead, call a friend, a coworker, a colleague, or you can also work alone. That's totally fine as well. Try to brainstorm some ideas and get started already. Join our Discord community, and there you can find and share some experience with others as well. I'm all set with the stack, React Native plus Supabase, a perfect stack for a startup. Like, not even a startup, but it's a perfect stack. I'm also going to use the same stack. I personally will use Expo, Router, Supabase, and yeah. But at the same time, the stack doesn't matter. What matters is to solve problems, to make successful applications. Because the end user who is encountering a problem in their day-to-day life, they do not care what stack we are using. So remember that as well. Are you going to check progress daily? At the end, for the projects that will be in the top X, we're going to check the Git and we're going to look at progress. It doesn't have to be progress daily, because maybe you're not going to have time to build daily. Maybe you're going to dedicate like 3 days a month or 3 days a week. We're going to do all the work there. We're going to see like that it's possible to do that. Maybe it's not a complicated application, can be built in one day. Go ahead, do that, submit, and we just want to see realistic commits. Samir is saying the hackathon sounds great. Can't wait to start working on the project. Will be pretty difficult to do things along with full-time job, but we'll try my best. Yes, I understand, but at the same time, we have 1 month long. That means that you don't have to work for 1 month full-time on the project. It might require you 20 hours to build a project, and maybe 10 to 15 hours to submit it. So go ahead, work a couple of hours in the evening. Maybe on a Saturday, dedicate a bit more time, and that's it. Like, you don't have to try to compete only with yourself. Don't compete if you are having a job, and someone doesn't. Don't think that you're in a different position. Like, you are building your application, and that's all it matters. The Avi saying, participated earlier, hope to win this time. Let's go. Did you participate previous year? If I publish for Android only, will that affect my chances of winning? I can only afford Google Play Store. That's perfectly fine. It's not going to affect you anything. You should publish either on App Store or in Google Play, or if you have time, to both. But if you publish to both, it's not going to give you any extra. It needs to be published. Hello, Aditya. How are you doing? Vladimir is saying, we'll use this hackathon to learn expert router finally. Yes, let's go, Vladimir. You are getting the point of a hackathon. That's another reason, like challenge to learn something finally. And by the way, let's do this. Let's go ahead and write right now in the live chat, or maybe on Twitter, on LinkedIn, that, hey, I'm joining Not Just Hack. My plan is to, and give your challenge. For example, personally, my plan is to try to make my first dollar from in-app subscriptions. For Vladimir, it's going to be to learn expert router. For you, it might be to build my first React Native application or to deploy my first application. So go ahead, let's do this as the entry, like how we're gonna start this. Make sure to use the notjusthack hashtag, and I will look through the entries after the live stream today in the evening. So let me do it here. I'm joining Not Just Hack, and my goal is to build 4 apps So this would be my tweet, and actually I'm gonna do that. And I just tweeted it. Perfect. Go ahead, do the same. I'd love to reshare it. Oh, I see Prashant. Just sign up for the Not Just Hack. Ready to build something awesome. Who is in? Okay, nice. Let's go. Let's see if we will still have questions while you are tweeting your personal challenge. When do we get the rules and the theme of a hackathon? Do you provide any cloud services as everything is way too expensive? I'm sorry, but that's what I've been talking about for the last hour. So if you're just joining, make sure to rewatch this video or go to notjusthack.com. But the rules are simple. Build a mobile application from scratch during December, launch it to the market, either on App Store or on Play Store, submit it for the hackathon by the end of December. That's it. No rules, no theme. Go ahead, be crazy, set yourself your personal challenge and do it. Liz is saying, I'm joining Not Just Hack and my goal is to finish the awesome React Native Mastery course and oh, what happened here? YouTube, are you still here? I hope. Okay, the stream was laggy. Oh, what's happening? So Liz wants to finish the React Native Mastery course and will turn another project there into my own application. Let's go, Liz. I'm rooting for you. That's amazing. The Avi is saying, let me maybe zoom in a bit. I'm joining Not Just Hack, and I challenge myself to learn Redux toolkit and deployment procedure on Play Store. Awesome. I'm rooting for you, Avi. Asafo is saying, I'm joining Not Just Hack, and my goal is to build my first solo real application. Let's go. Samir, I'm joining Not Just Hack, and my goal is to build an application from my list of ideas and finally bring it to both stores. Amazing. We all have this list of ideas, and somehow we never end up doing them. Like we always say, like, now is not the right time. Now I have a lot of work. Now I have this. Now I have that. But in fact, it's about priorities. Like if you want it, like you're gonna find it. So use this challenge as a reason to do it. You have 1 month, turn it into idea. Because another problem is that we developers are perfectionists. We want everything to be perfect before we start. We want everything to be perfect before we submit. We want everything to always be perfect. But the reality is that that's rarely the case. Like most of the times, things are okay. And most of the times we should go with that okay just to get the reps in, just to do up after up, feature after feature, and so on, just to get the ball moving. And this way we're gonna get better with every iteration. So yes, go ahead, do that. Let me see where we stopped. Can you please share beginner resources to learn React Native? On my channel on YouTube, notjust.dev, we have tons of tutorials for beginners. So yeah, you can find there a lot. Here, people, my plan is to build native assistive application for Malawian student in Malawi. I'm new to React Native, but I'm excited to develop this mobile application. Let's go, like a community application for local students. Amazing. Frank is saying, thank you for the donation, Frank. I'm Frank, joining Notjust Hack, and the goal is to build a directory for all the small indie projects that never make it to Product Hunt. That's amazing. Go ahead, Frank, we need that. I started working on my application 5 days ago. Can I participate with it? I'll submit it early, 5 days before December 31st. Submit it, put your Git repository there, and we're gonna discuss internally like what to do. But yeah, like if it's like 1 day before, 2 days, 3 days, like maybe that's okay. Again, like what I don't want to see is applications that are unrealistic, which we are sure that it was downloaded from somewhere and put here. Like I don't want to see that thing here. Okay. I just joined. Is the hackathon started? Yes, the hackathon is started, and you can already close the stream. Go, if everything is clear, go get started and build something amazing. We're gonna wrap up the stream in a couple of minutes, but I'm really happy to be here with you guys to chat and see what everyone is challenging themselves to do. I'm joining, so for once in my life, one of my applications will see the light of day. Yes, Brandon, let's go. And that's another reason why we decided to make it required to publish it on the store. I don't want you to build our applications that you're gonna abandon. Like, let's try to make our application see the light of day. I joined. My goal is to make AI-related startup. Awesome, very nice. Is there a Discord or something where I can chat with someone if someone is interested to join my team? Yes, we have a community. It's on Discord. You can join here, and I will drop the link. Discord. Come on. Discord. I'm gonna go back. Amazing comments here, guys. Nancy saying, already won Revenue Cat hackathon, 3rd place. Let's go again. Amazing. Revenue Cat had an amazing hackathon. What did you build there? On point. Perfectionism slows us down. Need to get rid of it and just start building. Yes. And constraints, in this time constraint, are helping it. The truth is, you don't have time to build all the amazing features, all the amazing animations you could do. Put them in a list and get back to them later. Now focus on what's the main point. I'm challenging myself to learn and use React Router for navigation during hackathon. Let's go. I see that you're not the only one. How to know that we are all well registered for the challenge hackathon? Again, all you have to do, go to notjusthack.com, press sign up, you get an email, press that button in that email. That means that this is your email, and that's it, you are signed up. And meanwhile, we're gonna have live streams daily. You can join Discord channel to not miss any important notifications. We're gonna send them on email. We're gonna tweet them. So just follow me everywhere, and that's everything you need to do. Like, we're not gonna say like, hey, you didn't do that, that's why you didn't participate. All you have to do, build, launch to App Store and Play Market during December, and then submit it for the hackathon competition. To submit it, we're gonna provide you a link where you can do that, and you're also going to find it on the website. Signing up on the website right now is only for communication reasons. Can we use AI assistant while participating in the hackathon? Yes, you can use AI assistants while participating in the hackathon. I'm personally going to use it a lot. I've been holding off making a Strava gym application. Easy hands-off tracking because I hate to track a community of gym people per gym. Amazing. That's an amazing idea. Go for it. I failed at Revenue Cat last time as I didn't know that I need to set bank account on Apple, and that lasted 12 days, so I failed. But the good thing is that now you know, and now you most probably have the bank account connected to Apple, and you're ready. So that's what I'm talking about. Just being proactive, participating in these kind of things, challenging yourself, just opens things or shows you things that you didn't know you didn't know. Did I say it correctly? Like, there are things that we know that we don't know, but there are things that we don't even have an idea that we don't know. So hackathon, or going out of your way and challenging yourself to build something, is showing you that. It's an opportunity to see. Oh, a lot of questions. Nice. We are over 100 people watching here. That's amazing. And on Twitter, how is Twitter doing? This is my first time doing it on Twitter. By the way, do you get any comments on Twitter live or not? It's live. 133 views. Nice. Hello everyone on Twitter. How do we interact with Twitter, guys? Where are the comments? I don't know. So back to the questions. Vadim is the reason I started thinking about React Native again. Let's go. That should be framed. Like, I need to print it and put it in a frame. Let me actually make a screenshot of it. It's amazing. I take it as a win. Vadim, which UI kit library would you recommend for React Native? Well, there are a lot of them. You could give GlueStack UI a try. You could give Tamagui a try. The Native Wind UI, but that one is paid, is also nice. But it comes down to personal preferences. I tried GlueStack UI recently and it's pretty nice. Vadim, after this hackathon, come to Uganda and I will host you fully. I love this initiative and one of my ideas might and will test App Store. Amazing. I'm looking forward to explore the world, so maybe we're gonna come to Uganda as well. Or maybe we can organize in-person hackathon there. No, Daniel is asking, can I win a hackathon if I'm not subscribed to the channel? So Daniel is the marketing person from our team. And I think he wants me to say that no, you cannot win the hackathon if you're not subscribed to the channel. In fact, you can win, just not to confuse anyone. But for Daniel, here is the thing. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you want to win the hackathon. That already adds you like so much karma points that you're gonna be like already ahead of everyone else. It's free. You can subscribe to the channel. We're gonna do the daily live streams here, so you don't want to miss this out. I joined this hackathon using my friend's laptop, hoping to win one of my own. Let's go. This is the amazing opportunity to win your MacBook M4. I actually also want to win it. How can I do that? Maybe I should participate. That's not going to be fair, but it's official. I'm diving into Not Just Hack, finally giving Kotlin multi-platform the shot it deserves. No holding back, just me locked in, leveling up with amazing community. Amazing, like that's so cool. Can GitHub repo be private? Yes, you can keep it private. And when you're gonna submit, we're gonna ask access for it just for us to see it, and that's it. You're not gonna have to have it public if you don't want to. Aditya, I'm joining Not Just Hack with the aim of creating a brand new application that generates revenue and brings value to users. I'm focusing on building something innovative that can turn a profit. Amazing. I would like you to be a bit more specific, Aditya. What is that brand new application that generates revenue? Goals that are specific are easier to achieve. All right, so hopefully I answered all the questions. Guys, I really enjoy today here with you. So I'm gonna stay like for 2-3 more minutes. If you have questions or if you want to share why you're joining the hackathon, now is the time. Go ahead and do that. And if not, we are going to get started and start building. Because I'm in the same boat with you guys. You are building applications, I'm building applications. We are all doing this together. And I'm very happy to have this community of builders. Aditya is building a travel guide, something else. Nice. And if everything is clear, thank you very much for joining this launch stream. I wish everyone happy coding, happy hacking, as William is saying. I think that's how William is saying it. But yeah, go ahead, build amazing applications, have fun, learn, push the boundaries of what you can do, what you can achieve, and enjoy the process, enjoy the experience. And I hope that you're going to remember this hackathon for a very long time in the future. That's the only reason why we are doing it. For more information, for up-to-date information, here is the link where you can find it. Go to notjust.dev. We have a brand new domain name. That's nice for the hackathon. We're going to post there information that you should not miss, and make sure you are subscribed there with an email confirm to receive information from us. Now, if you go to the Not Just Hack website, you're gonna see here in the timeline that today the main hackathon phase started from December 1st to December 31st. What you have to do is build an application, build a mobile application, submit it to the store, and apply for the hackathon to win our great prizes. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to build. Go ahead, use where is it? I'm gonna find it. Go ahead and use the Not Just Hack hashtag, and I'm going to look through a post. I'm gonna look through the challenges that you have set for yourself and the progress that you're gonna have during December. Let's take the most out of 2025 and let's make it matter. That was me, Vadim from notjust.dev, and I can't wait to see you daily from now on in December. All right, see you soon.